I'm your host, Nikki Smokes, and welcome to round 2 of the Masters coverage, sponsored and brought to you by Smoking Greens. What an electric day out there, round 2 golf. What a phenomenal day. And I don't think there's anything else we could talk about off rip besides Mr. Tiger Woods making the cut. How you doing? Comb your hair, take care.
Was there ever a doubt, people? Was there ever a doubt? I told you from the beginning he wasn't showing up to miss the fucking cut. I won't lie to you. Today was a nervy one, bro. He started off with what, like 4 bogeys and 5 holes. I was shitting my pants, dude. I hadn't eaten anything all day. My stomach was upset. I had a headache. I was pacing around the house. Like, it was brutal to start. But once he settled in, everyone started realizing, like, yo, this is Tiger. He's not just going to keep bogeying. He started hitting some fucking darts. The driver looked great today. He was like opposite of yesterday.
Yep.
Today he
The
wasn't really
exact
getting up and
opposite.
down, but he was crushing the driver. I mean, he still putt decent today. There was like two putts at the end that he missed by like a combined this much that he honestly could be -1 today, but making the cut was the main goal. Now anything on top is a cherry to me.
100%. It's funny because you said you had a headache, right? Well, I still haven't got my wisdom teeth pulled out because I don't have dental insurance and I'm not laying $3,000 to get a fucking tooth pulled. So when it's growing in, you're in like excruciating pain. So on top of my bets going 0 for 4 to start, I see Tiger Woods bogey like his first 3 holes. I'm in excruciating pain. I slam my laptop shut. I'm like, bro, I can't even watch this. I'm mushing everyone I watch. I have the ultimate cheese touch, blah, blah, blah. Next thing I know, I turn it back on. Tiger's like, he was +4, and then he's like +2. I'm like, all right, bet. Like, let's go. I watch it. Next hole, he bogeys it. I text Bobby. I'm like, bro,
Yep.
don't blame Tiger for that. That's on me. I shouldn't have turned it back on, and I did. And then he went out there and he birdied the next hole. So I told you it worked. You're welcome. Then I ended up tuning back in, and a lot of other things started heating up for the boys. So I only went 1 for 4 today. Shout out Scotty Sheffler. I mean, before we talk about my
Jesus.
bets, let's talk about Scotty Sheffler because he stole the show today. He's sitting at the top at the leaderboard right now at -8, shot -5 on the day, on a day where this
Ridiculous.
course played as hard as I've ever seen it play in my entire life. Mind you, I've only been watching golf for a short period of time, but I was watching these guys play today. I said, holy shit. I would shoot a 165 on that course today.
Way
And for
higher.
Scotty Sheffler to go out there and shoot a -5 is one of the most disrespectful things I've ever seen. What was your take on Scotty today?
I mean, Scotty was ridiculous. He's making it look easy too, which is like weird. And like you said, it was playing insanely hard today. It rained on Tuesday and Wednesday, and somehow they got that thing completely dried out. The brown patches are on the green, so you know it's firm and fast. And somehow Scotty's just striping everything. He's hitting every iron shot. We had Tony in the chat, baby. He wants to talk some Tiger real quick. Yo, let him dip in. He's probably just going to say his piece on Tiger.
I'm definitely going to let him in if it's just Tony, if it's a quick rip, you could stay in regardless, but when you're not speaking, just mute your mic because I could hear you on the highway doing 185 and now you have no service. So I'm going to
Now he's
remove
out.
you. And then when I see that you
Yeah.
have service back, I'll add you back, Tony.
We'll act like that never happened. But I mean, Scotty,
Yeah.
bro, it really is ridiculous. I can't believe he has a 5-shot lead. I mean, in the middle of the day, you would have thought the leader would have been at -4, -3 max. And I don't know if the wind died down a little bit, but some guys started posting some numbers. I mean, Scotty had the round of the day, but JT, man, JT flushing everything, club twirl and all. Like he had a fucking day. He was the guy yesterday when you said, who's the guy that's going to come from the back? I was looking and I said Brooks Koepka like a fucking idiot. And it was
Bro.
Justin Thomas was the guy, just striping it all over the place.
Tony, I'm going to add you real quick, but just because we brought up JT, I have to add to this because yesterday I made you go through if my bets were dead or alive, and one of those bets was JT to hit the top 20, and you said I had plenty of life, and I said you were on acid crack. I thought I was dead in the rocks. This guy goes out there. He shot -5 as well, I believe.
He did.
So
Yes.
him and Scotty went absolutely bananas. JT is chilling inside of the top 20 right now. And a bet that I thought was absolutely dead in the water after Thursday has more than life after Friday. It just goes to show you how much one day of golf can completely change a tournament. It's unbelievable. Just look at even Cam Smith, right? I mean, we thought he was going to run away with it on how he played
Yeah.
yesterday. He had 2 doubles yesterday. Today, he didn't play great. I mean, he didn't play great for his standards. He's still up there. I think he's at -3 shot, -1 or +1 on the day. So he's still in contention, but it just goes to show, man. Thursday and Friday are irrelevant, and tomorrow is going to be a movie. And with that, I'm going to bring in
I'm
Tony.
clipping that, by the way, so I can send it to you on Thursday and Friday of next week's golf tournament when you're crying. But Tony, come on
my
in,
God.
baby.
Yo,
Tony.
what's up, boys?
Let's go,
I'm in
Tony.
the whip. Can you guys hear me and everything?
Yeah,
Yes,
we can
sir.
hear you.
I'm dedicated to this, and all I wanted to come say is that Tiger Woods is playing the weekend at Augusta. It's exactly what we wanted. It's what the people needed. And on Sunday, I cannot wait to tune in and see him in red out there.
Yes,
We love it.
sir.
That's all.
That's all.
yeah,
I don't know
God
about
bless. Tony, are you on your way to
God
get a
bless.
Celsius?
No, I already got one. Right here.
Can you show me your car floor?
Car floor. I just
Yes.
got my car cleaned at the office.
Oh, so it's not like the Jetta.
No, this is a brand new whip.
All right, then you don't have to. Okay.
Yeah.
Because
no,
Bob,
it's brand
I'm
new.
not hating on Tony because my car is always a mess. But when I tell you, no lie, 14 cans of Celsius laying on his floor, I'm not even
Easily.
lying. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Like, yeah, I'm being generous. I'm being very generous.
Loves
All
the
right,
Thomas
Tony.
Celsius,
Well,
bro.
your connection was as bad as JT on day one, so I'm going to give you the boot. Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah, love the Tony drop in. Had to come by and say his piece.
Dog, that's so funny though that you brought that up about you're gonna clip that for when I cry. It is so bad. Like I even look back at it and I'm like, you guys should not answer me. Like you should leave the group chat. But that's how I have to work my reverse mush powers
Yep.
into oblivion. Like my brain is so wired that I truly believe that anything that I say or send out via text has a direct outcome on anything that I'm watching, and I will die on that stand.
Hey, bro, everyone's got their little thing. Like today, I was changing around TVs. I changed my whole outfit when Tiger started playing bad. Like my boy called me and he was like, "Yo, would you care if I came over and watched?" And I was like, "Yeah, but if he starts playing bad, like you're out." He came over. It was like at hole 13-ish, and Tiger hit every fairway from then on out. So I was like, "We're watching the rest of the weekend together." So I mean, I'm superstitious as fuck too, but just in different ways. I had to leave the chat today. I couldn't hear any banter. I was locked in, but it worked. Whatever you got to do sometimes.
It is what it is. Exactly. You got to do whatever you got to do. I got to stop doing those round and round matchups. Those things are absolutely brutal, but we're not going to talk about how bad I am at betting. That would be a whole show in its entirety. Dude, that course played so tough today. I don't even know if I liked it. Do you like
Nah,
when
it
the
was
course
awesome.
is playing that hard?
Oh
You
yeah,
love it?
when Augusta. I mean, that's Augusta, man. It's playing hard. It's calling for creativity. Just amazing shots. Like you can't fuck up even an inch at that place, which makes it
Yes.
so crazy. And like the fact that Scotty's doing it, I got to just say it again. I mean, I was one of the people that was like, "Is Scotty Sheffler ranked #1 too quickly? Is it too fast?" But like,
He's
it's
so
early.
good.
It's Friday, so I'm not jumping to conclusions by any means. Even if he didn't win, but still had like this performance, it's still regardless unbelievable. So Scotty deserves it. This run is insane. It kind of reminds me of that little Spieth run he had back in like 2015 when he was like the best player ever. So I hope Scotty keeps it going. He's like a cool, humble dude too, which is awesome to see.
I love Scotty. And then we got JT who crept up. He's actually in the top 10. Fitzpatrick kind of just chilling there, lurking. But, I
Always
mean, if you
is.
want to catch Scheffler at -8, this is going to sound so mushy. Like, on the record, I might mush Scotty Scheffler right now
Don't
into
do it.
oblivion. I don't see him shooting a plus number over the next 2 days. I just bullied him. I just mushed him into oblivion. Wit,
Oh,
if you somehow watch this, because you should, you're a part of this team, but you're probably not going to watch it. But if you watch this, Scotty Scheffler is not going to have a plus round the next
you
2
know,
days.
you're mushing me too.
Oh, shit. No, you have a Scotty ticket?
Yeah, I got a Scotty ticket.
I'm the only one
Whit
that.
tried to buy it off me at the show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But that's because you said he wasn't going to make the cut.
Man, you put me on the spot to argue. I was just throwing shit at the wall. I obviously had a Scotty ticket. I'm not going to talk shit on my boy.
Oh god, that's great. Yo,
Can we bully
Matsuyama.
fucking Bryson? Can we bully Bryson? Because he's a
Yeah.
fucking clown, bro.
Here, you can
What
bully
he finish?
Bryson. Bully
Plus
Bryson.
12?
Go ahead.
Plus
Plus
12 he
12.
finished after going to Augusta and playing frisbee golf. He said he was 80%. Like, bro, you're a fucking joke. But the good thing for him is now his weekend's free. He can go bowling or play soccer on a golf course or whatever he likes to do because he clearly doesn't like to win tournaments or even compete in them in the slightest bit. So Bryson can get fucked. He's a loser. I hope we don't see him for months to come now because he's too hurt, but he can still go play frisbee to make content. So I couldn't be happier. I had a ticket on that as well. So cash me out. Thank you very much, you big old doofus.
Well, it must be nice because I was on the exact other end of that spectrum. So I took Bryson at 80%,
Oh, I'm sorry.
only because I was under the impression that Hideki Matsuyama is playing with no wrist. Apparently, that was a fucking lie. He just had the whole world fooled, hook, line, and sinker, myself included. He withdraws from the tournament before. I don't think he finished the tournament the 2 weeks prior. All of a sudden, he comes out, lets one rip today, shoots -3,
Crazy.
almost makes me lose my round-to-round matchup. The only one I hit, I went 1 for 4. The only one I hit was Scotty over Hideki. And when Hideki is shooting 3 under, my heart is pounding because the margin for error was so small. I'm just so lucky I bet on the greatest golf player in the entire planet right now. So that was the only winner I got. I think my new method is just slam Scotty and mush the boys into oblivion or work my way up to cash out with them. But
I
the
mean,
line
dude,
for Scotty tomorrow is going to be like -200 for him to win.
It probably is. Let me look. But I mean, Matsuyama, was that one of the biggest fakes of all time? Did he just have to get like extra time to miss the cut so he could go make that elaborate Masters dinner? Because that's what it seems like. Like he just left because he didn't want to be there and he wanted to go get to Augusta, but he didn't have to call it an injury. I mean, he's out there flushing the ball. He looks unbelievable.
Flush.
I love Decky, so I wish he would have just came in without the injury and did this because it would have been like fucking sweet. But yeah, he's absolutely dominating. Not dominating, but playing great.
I gotta tip my cap to Harold Varner the third. Absolutely ran me out of the building, took my money. I mean, what do I expect though when I bet on Sergio Garcia? No disrespect to the man, but every time I bet on him, it doesn't work. And I just look at myself in the mirror and I go, "You are a dumb idiot." So tip my cap to Harold Varner. He went out there, he shut me up real quick. He shot -1 on the day. He's -2. Check this out. -2 in the tournament will have you in the top 6. And then
Crazy.
Scotty Sheffler at number 1, -8. Is there anyone on there that you see catching him? Lowry had a great day at -4, but I don't know, man. That looks like a lot of ground.
That's hard to see. Scotty Scheffler's current odds are +100. He's even money to win the Masters.
Yeah, that's kind of cheesy. Only because
Which is
tomorrow
crazy.
I just mushed him into oblivion. Hypothetically, now that I said he's not going to shoot a plus number, he goes out there, he shoots +2 tomorrow. He's at -6. Maybe Lowry or Matsuyama or DJ. I don't know. Like who?
I mean,
do
dude, you could
think
take a
can
shot on
catch
some
him?
guys. I mean, DJ's shown that he could put it together for 4 straight days at Augusta. So I mean, you get DJ at +1200. I don't think that's a bad ticket at all. If you're just kind of
Wow,
looking, because
that's good
+1200
value.
on DJ, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All it takes is Scotty to put 2 in the water, make a double here, a double there, DJ to put a -4, and all of a sudden it's a whole new ball game. Witt said it all the time, man. Masters doesn't start until the weekend, like even Sunday. When they get to Amen Corner and the pressure's on, it's a whole different ball game. So I don't think Scotty's lead is actually safe by any means. Like he's obviously can be caught, but the way he's playing golf right now is insane. So obviously, if he continues this up, it's wrap, which is obviously saying the dumbest thing of all time, Captain Obvious. But he can be caught for sure.
Well, how confident are you in that ticket? What'd you get Scotty at? +28? Because you bet
Yeah.
it like 3 weeks ago, like a crackhead.
Yeah.
Okay, so hypothetically, say you put $100 on it just for round numbers, so 100 wins 2,800. If someone offered you $1,000 for the ticket right now, would you sell it?
No, hell no. I hate hedging. I hate selling tickets. When the new thing on like the betting apps is when you have like a parlay and there's one leg left and you can cash out, like I'll never click that button in a million years. When I go to place a bet, I place the bet in hopes to cash the ticket. So I'm not cashing out. If I have something big, maybe I'll hedge a little bit on the other side, just a little bit. Like I like to just kind of cover my ass so I can't lose. but I'm not a 50-50 hedger. I don't want to secure profit. I fucking made the ticket to cash the ticket, and it's called gambling for a reason, baby. So I let it ride. That's always been my motto.
I love it. Absolutely love it. Joaquin Neiman shot +2 today. Not his best round, but him hanging in there at -1 in the top tens. Extremely impressive considering the fact he's been paired with Tiger Woods for back-to-back
100%.
days. And his crowd is just unbelievable. I mean, you wouldn't have even known Scotty Sheffler was playing. You wouldn't have even known that JT was playing. Tiger Woods is literally the patron's father. They follow him
Patron's
around.
father.
They follow him around like a dog follows around someone with a treat in their pocket. It is unbelievable.
It's the best. I mean, it's a spectacle, bro. Which, like you said, Neiman shooting +2 today on that hard ass golf course with all those all that media hype, all the people. That's pretty good, dude. I think Neiman's put himself in a great position. I don't know. He can make a run, obviously. Scotty's got to fuck up a little bit, but Neiman's right there. All those guys, anyone that's around even par, they're just looking for Scotty to fuck up and them to put in some solid numbers. I mean, moving day tomorrow is going to be fucking electric. I can't wait. I can't wait to see who the big mover is, because there's always one or two that comes from 6 shots back to kind of challenge the lead. So I think it'll be great. Two more guys that deserve to be shit on. Number one, the guy that everyone was touting on Twitter. Everyone had a ticket on him. It's Masters season. It's major season. He only gets up for him. I had a ticket on him. Brooks Koepka. He's not the same golfer anymore. He switched to those Srixons. He's not hitting them well, and he missed the fucking cut. Number two is the golden boy. I don't know why people like him. I fucking hate this crybaby whiner, Jordan Spieth. Missed cut. See you later, bub. You could kick rocks. So I just had to mention those are two big guys. I know a lot of people had tickets on and had hopes for, but see you later. Not seeing you on the weekend.
Absolutely disgusting. I don't even mind that Spieth didn't make the cut because I had a ticket against him, so that was great. But like you said, Brooks Koepka absolutely freaking buried me. Top 20, see you later, smell you later.
Yep,
Outright
I had
winner,
it.
see you
I had
later,
it too.
smell you later. It is what it is. I mean, it happens to the best of us. I'm just happy Adam Scott snuck his way in there after a triple on, I think it was the par 5. Was it is it 13? I think 13 is the par 5 or
Yeah, it
14.
is. Yep, 13.
Yeah. He triples that. I'm like, "Oh god, he's not even going to make the
Yeah.
cut." But he finagled his way in, birdied the next hole. Now he's only a shot back or a 2-shot back from Finau, so I could live with that. I'm fine with that. Rory McIlroy, I wanted to talk about him
Mm-hmm.
because watching him drive the ball today was magnificent,
It's
but his
unbelievable.
wedge game is horrendous. I never even took notice of how bad it
Yeah.
is on a professional level. Like, obviously, his wedge game is superior
Right.
to obviously us and amateurs. But when you see a guy driving the ball 350, 325, and then he's putting it 45 feet from the pin on his approach, it's like, what are you doing, bro? And then you see a guy that he's playing with, Fitzpatrick, who's 60 yards back from him off the tee box, but he's putting it 4 or 5 feet next to the cup, and he's playing better than Rory. So what do you make of Rory McIlroy for these next 2 days?
I mean, I think that's what separates Rory when he's dialed, because Rory's always been such a great driver of the golf ball. And watching him hit those shots, they go so high in the air and just turn right over. They're honestly beautiful. Like if I could drive the ball like anyone on tour, it'd be Rory McIlroy by far. But when Rory's not playing good, he's not dialed in with his distances, and that's what he didn't have any distance control today. He couldn't make anything work. Like nothing was just going his way, and he was coming out of fairways, like you said, from those great drives. So a little shocking to see Rory not put up the best performance. But Matt Fitzpatrick, like you said, he is the most consistent player of all time. I firmly believe that if Augusta, if the Masters was 8 rounds long instead of 4, Matthew Fitzpatrick would win, because every day he would just come in and shoot either par, +1 or -1, and he'd just be on his way. And if it was
Yep.
mad hard, everyone would start to crumble. Matt Fitzpatrick would just be even keel all day long.
Yeah, he's a killer. I love watching him play. Another guy that I usually like watching play that no one else does is Patrick Cantlay. He wasn't having the worst of days until the last 4 or 5 holes. He ended up shooting +3 on the day. That moved him back to +1, tied 19th. And I obviously had a ticket on him over Rahm today, which lost by 3 strokes. And it's just gross because they were tied going into like hole 14, and to lose by 3 is kind of just a slap in the face.
Yeah.
So Rahm's currently sitting at +2. Cantley's currently sitting at +1. Which one of those guys would you be more scared of?
I just don't know where I'm at with Rahm. I really can't figure it out. So right now, I mean, Rahm doesn't really scare me at all. But at the same time, he like kind of does, because if he just finds it, we know it's there, but it's missing for some reason. So, I mean, both of those guys, their form hasn't been great. I don't know if I'm necessarily scared of either of them at this point. I don't know if that's a bad answer, but that's kind of how I feel. I didn't see much of Cantley play at all today, to be honest with you. I did see Rahm hit some balls, but neither of them look dialed. Neither of them are like the player that they have the potential to be at the moment. And it's crazy. That's kind of just how golf is. Like once you're in your form, like it's crazy. But once you just fall out a little bit, you're just not quite the same player, which is nuts.
Yep. It's wild. All right. Well, we'll wrap it up with this. Give me one guy that you're looking at that you see leading the pack on moving day. I'll start. I'll give you some time. I love Will Zalatoris here, sitting at -1, shot even par today, which is a fantastic score, unless you're Scotty Sheffler or Hideki Matsuyama or Shane Lowry. But I like him sitting at -1 in that top 10. Silent, hasn't made too much noise. I think he's in a prime position. He's been striking the ball phenomenal. I think he could, tap in a couple more putts than he did today. I think I would not be surprised at all if he went out there and shot -4, -5 tomorrow.
I could see it. I could see it for sure. One more thing before we wrap. I just had to say this because I didn't even realize this. Xander Shaffle missed the cut.
Yeah, bullied. I didn't even want to talk about it because he made me so sick. Absolute crumb.
Dude, that like I had him in a matchup. I had him top 20. Like I was so locked on Tiger today. I'm just kind of scrolling back. Xander missing the cut is shocking. He finishes top 10 in like every major possible. But my guy in that regard, he played unbelievable today. Is Lowry, Shane Lowry. I feel like he's one of those guys that like once he gets hot and gets dialed, because he's like an emotional player. So when he starts to get like all happy and you see him smiling out there, just flushing irons, he usually gets it going, and he played well today. So we'll see if that carries over to tomorrow. I could easily see him going like -3 again tomorrow and being right up top.
Well, there you have it. So I got Will Zalator making a big move. Big Bobby's got Big Shane Lowry making a big move. Thank you guys for listening to the round 2 recap, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Peace.